Hi, I'm Gray Martins,
And I'm Grayson Martins.
and we are bringing you the live broadcast of Lady Hornets basketball game versus the Tremont Turks. They are reading the Heart of Illinois Conference Athletic Code of Conduct. That was read by Carly Jurek, senior for the Hornets basketball team. They're about to introduce the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the Tremont Turks.
Heyworth High School recognizes and supports the sportsmanship mission statement of the Illinois High School Association. Good sportsmanship is the attitude and behavior that exemplifies positive support for the interscholastic programs of the IHSA member schools. Please support a winning attitude. Please refrain from entering or leaving the channel while the game is in progress. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups for the visiting Tremont Lady Turks.
Can you go get us the program real quick?
At one guard, 5'4" junior, number 5, Joel Heyworth. At the other guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 12, Vanessa Henley. At one forward, a 5'8" junior, number 22, Stephanie Williams. At the other forward, a 5'6" junior, number 23, Bailey Rose. And at center, a 6'3" senior, number 31, Lauren Hartman.
So that was the Tremont Turks starting lineup for the girls. Now they'll introduce the Heyworth Hornets varsity girls basketball team starting lineup. So first girl they introduce is Amber Tomlin, a freshman. Sophomore. Next girl is Carly Jurek, who's a senior. Summer Marlette is a junior.
At the other forward, a 5'6" junior, number 32, Madeline Sims.
Maddie Sims.
Junior, number 14, Sagan Snow.
And Sagan Snow. So the tip-off goes to Heyworth. Looks like the Tremont Turks center got the tip, but Amber Tomlin was able to get the ball. Summer takes a three, is off by a little bit. Rebounded by Tremont. It's brought down the floor by number 31 for the Turks, Lauren Hartman. So after a Turks offensive rebound, Heyworth gets a rebound. And a flat shot by number 23, Bailey Rhodes, leads to a Hornet defensive rebound. So you usually see about the same thing in a girls' game. Oh, that was a nice play. So Summer got fouled, so she threw up a shot. She'll get 2 free throws. She makes her first. So Hornets lead 1-0. She makes her second, giving the Hornets a 2-0 advantage to start the game. And number 12, Vanessa Enley, makes the first layup for the Turks, tying it at 2s.
She might be related to Connor Henley, track star at Tremont.
Nice Sims, a nice bank shot off the backboard. Unfortunately, doesn't go in. And the Turks get the rebound. And that's a good advantage right there, as number 31, Lauren Hartman, looks quite a bit taller than any of the Hornet girls, so Tremont definitely has a post advantage coming into the game. And Summer was driving the lane and lost control of the ball for a jump ball to give Tremont control of the ball. And a nice three-pointer by number 5, Joel Ulrich. So Turks lead 7-2. And stolen by Joel Ulrich. Ball is brought up by Lauren Hartman for the Turks. And the ball is stolen by Maddie Sims. And she takes a shot. It's a little off. And Joel Ulrich will bring the ball up for Tremont. And a nice take to the rim by Lauren Hartman, making it the score 9-2 in the Turks' favor. Summer takes a three. Summer Marlette. And a fast break situation for Tremont gives them another 2 points to give Tremont an 11-2 lead over the Hornets. Hornets call timeout to obviously stop the momentum on an 11-0 run by Tremont. It's about 4:27 left in the first quarter. So Summer Marlette will inbound for the Lady Hornets. And Amber Tomlin will bring it up the court. And Stephanie Brown fights for a loose ball, but it's turned over. And Amber Tomlin gets a steal. Summer brings it back up the court. And Stephanie Brown takes a two-pointer from just inside the arc to close the game within 7. But it's right back up to 9 with a layup by Lauren Holtman and a cross-court pass by So off the block, Lauren Hartman on Summer Marlette. She fouled her, so Summer will go to the line for 2 shots. So her first shot is no good. Summer could bring them within 8 with this shot. And she makes it. And ball's rolled by Amber Tomlin. And misses the breakaway layup with Stephanie Brown rebounding it. And Maddie Sims putting up a shot but missing. And another steal by Amber Tomlin. And Stephanie Brown takes it to the hoop and gets fouled. So she'll have 2 shots. And I think that's Lauren Holtman's second foul. So looks like they'll bring in a substitution, Renee Hartman. In the meantime, Stephanie Brown makes her first free throw, bringing the game within 7. She could possibly bring it within 6 with this shot. And she does. So Hornets putting on a full court press on the Turks, and it leads to a turnover by the Turks. And Summer was fouled, but no call. And Stephanie Brown gets the rebound, and we'll go to the line for another 2 shots. That foul was by Joel Ulrich of the Turks. Stephanie Brown puts in her first free throw. And number 11, Abby Stroller, is subbed out for number 12, Vanessa Enley. And Stephanie Brown misses the second free throw. And Joel Ulrich brings the ball up the court pretty fast. So you got an open 3 in the corner, missed by Stephanie Williams. And Renee Hartman is inside and gets fouled by the Hornets, Amber Tomlin. She makes her first free throw. And makes her second one, making the score 15-8. So Joel Ulrich is subbed out for Abby Stroller as Amber Tomlin brings the ball up the court. And Summer is open for a 3 just off the rim. Maddie Sims takes it back up off the rebound and gets 2. And pulls the Hornets within 5, which is the closest the game has been since Tremont had 7 points. So, the ball is stolen, more of a turnover by Tremont, and Stephanie Brown takes it to the hoop and gets fouled and misses the shot. So she'll go to the line for 2 free throw shots. Tremont calls a timeout, obviously, because Heyworth is on an 8-4 run, trying to stop the momentum from building up against them. After the timeout, Stephanie Brown will go to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. We saw her shoot earlier, and she went 1 for 2. So maybe she'll improve and go 2 for 3 this time and pull the Hornets within 3. So she misses her first one right off the front of the rim. She makes the second one. So the current score is 15-11 in the Turks' favor. And stolen by Maddie Sims. She'll have a breakaway layup. She misses. It looked like she was fouled, but the referees didn't see it. So number 22 has control of the ball, Stephanie Williams. And the ball is a little overpassed to the inside. So the Hornets will take the ball out of bounds under their own hoop. So the ball is intercepted by number 22, Stephanie Williams. And Tremont's take control. Amber Tallman on the ground. She rips the ball away, and Summer has a wide open layup. And she makes that, making the score 15-13, which is definitely a very good improvement from the 11-2 start. And with 16 seconds left, Amber Tallman intercepts the ball, and she'll be dribbling it down, passes it to Stephanie Brown. Nice little hook shot, but doesn't go in. And Sagan Snow gets the rebound, puts it back up, and gets fouled. So she'll go to the free throw line for 2 points, or 2 shots, with 6.8 seconds left. She makes her first one. And the Turks' Joel Ulrich will come back in for Abby Stroller. So this current score is 15-14, still in the Turks' favor. But this free throw ties it at 15 for each team. So Joel Ulrich brings it back up the court fast. A nice corner shot. And the quarter ends. A big turn of events. The Turks took a 11-2 lead at the beginning of the game. And the Hornets come back to end the first quarter at 15-15. So the Hornets will come out of the break with a definite momentum, going on a 13-4 run. The ball is inbounded by Summer Marlette to Amber Tomlin. While Summer Marlette is passing, she traveled, so that'll be a turnover for her. So Joel Ulrich will bring the ball up for the Turks. What we saw during the first quarter intermission, Lauren Hartman came back in for Renee Hartman. And a hard pass off Joel Ulrich makes a turnover for Tremont. And Hornets control the ball now on their side of the court. And the ball is stolen by number 12, Vanessa Enley. And there's a foul called. Lauren Harmon had her arm around Stephanie Brown, who was on the ground fighting for possession. So the Hornets are in bonus now with 3 fouls on Lauren Hartman. So Stephanie Brown goes to the line again. I'm pretty sure she's 2 for 4 from the line tonight. She misses her first one, so the ball is live. And Turks get the rebound. Abby Stroller will bring the ball up to court. It's passed to Joel Ulrich. And a baseline pass by Abby Stroller. So there's a foul on Maddie Sims under the basket, so the Turks will have it under their own basket. And Abby Stroller takes a shot, miss. And that's another Turk miss. So 2 offensive rebounds for the Turks. Now 3. And there's 3 offensive rebounds leading to Joel Ulrich driving to the hoop and getting fouled for 2 shots. A lot of Turks fans didn't look very happy with that. They thought she got fouled a few seconds before the shot. So she misses her first 3 throw, and Heyworth has a couple substitutions. Chastity Hayes and Carly Jurek come in for Sagan Snow and Summer Marlette. Joel Ulrich makes her second shot, giving the Turks a 1-point lead again. The ball is hit by Turks, and Amber Tomlin takes a 3 and makes it to give the Hornets their first lead since the first 2 points of the game. And a nice crossover move by number 5 for the Turks is rebounded by Carly Jurek, who was laying on the ground out of bounds. So the Turks thought they had a good idea of passing the ball in, but just as their team passed it in, girl looked away. The Hornets scored on their end, and then Tremont passed it back in and scored on their end. So it's they didn't score on their end, but it's 20-16 right now. Stephanie Brown has definitely been effective scoring tonight for the Hornets. And Carly Jurek takes a 3. It's short, and the Tremont Turks get it out of bounds under their Heyworth hoop. So Turks bring it down the court. And Amber Tomlin steals it. Given to Stephanie Brown again, who passes it under the hoop to Carly Jerk. While number 23, Bailey Rhodes, gets a steal, and she will get to tie it at 20 with about 5 minutes left in the half. Amber Tomlin takes another, well, that was a 2, and so the Hornets take the lead 22-20. And a nice shot by number 12, Vanessa Enley, with an assist by number 5. And Heyworth calls a timeout. It's been a very active couple minutes, so that's not surprising. Give the team a little breather. So the Hornets get the ball after the timeout, and it's called 3 seconds in the lane by either Chassie Hayes, or for either Chassie Hayes or Riley Ryburn, who came in during the timeout. So Tremont has the ball and is bringing it up the court. And you see a blocking foul by Alexandra Williams, who was also brought in during the timeout. Alexandra Williams is subbed out for Summer Marlette. Joel Ulrich, number 5 for the Turks, will be bring it back into play. And overthrown pass by Chastity Hayes to Summer Marlette gives the Turks the ball next to their own bench. So the Turks will bring it up the court. And there's a screen, a pick and roll, and Tremont loses possession but then regains it. Ball is passed to inside, and the ball is deflected by Sagan Snow to stop the play. So it's a three-pointer shot, and off the rebound, the Hornets deflected it out of bounds. So the Turks will have it opposite of the Hornets bench. She takes it inside, but is blocked by Sagan Snow. And the rebound goes to Amber Tomlin. Passes to a breaking away Summer Marlette for 2 points to give the Hornets a 2-point advantage. A lot of Hornets points have been based on breakaway points or breakaway fouls. Riley Ryburn also came in during the break, and she shoots and misses the shot, but on the rebounds, Chassie Hayes was fouled by Renee Hartman. Chassie Hayes makes her first free throw to put the Hornets up by 3. Her second free throw is also good to give the Hornets a 4-point lead. So Vanessa Enley will bring the ball up the court. And she makes a good move to give a wide open shot to number 23, who misses. Meanwhile, Stephanie Brown takes a breakaway shot and gets an and one free throw after making her layup. So Tremont brings in a few subs during that. Number 22 and number 16 being Stephanie Williams and so Stephanie Brown makes her free throw to make it a 3-point play. Ball is inbounded by Tremont. Bring the ball up the court. And the Hornets placing a full court press on Tremont. It's about 2 minutes left in the half. We've definitely seen a change in events from the Hornets being down by 11 or by 9 to taking a 7-point lead with about 2 minutes left in the half. Summer Marlette inbounds it to Amber Tomlin. And it's a cross-court pass to Stephanie Brown, who finds a open Chassie Hayes, who's blocked. Amber Tomlin takes another shot and misses. And the ball is hit out of bounds by Stephanie Brown. A double dribble by number 23, Bailey Rhodes of the Turks. Gives the Hornets the ball out of bounds under Tremont's basket. In that pause of the games, Amber Nelson came into the game. The Turks bring the ball up the court. And another double dribble by the Turks, Bailey Rhodes. So the Hornets bring the ball back up the court again. Amber Tallman finds Stephanie Brown. And the pass is deflected off a defender, and Summer chases it before it goes out of bounds. Stephanie Brown finds Amber Nelson in the lane, but the ball is stolen by Tremont, and so they will bring it back up the court. So Tremont working along the arc. 3 seconds in the lane by number 50, Renee Hartman. So Heyworth will have another inbound under Tremont's hoop. There's about 16 seconds left in the half, and the Hornets have a sizable advantage as of now. Stephanie Brown is dribbling around, and the ball is grabbed by number 11, Abby Stroller, for a jump ball to give Tremont the ball with about 3.8 seconds left in the half, so they have time for a quick shot. So a bad idea to inbound it there, but Abby Stroller made it Vanessa Enley made it down the court to about half court and shot it and missed off the backboard. So that concludes the first half of the girls basketball game between the Hornets and the Turks. The Hornets leading by 7, 29-22. Alright, so
We're back.
I'm back. So the Hornets will get the ball after the first half. They lead by 7, 29-22. So there's 16 minutes left to play. If they can keep their momentum up, it looks good for them. So the Hornets inbound it to Amber Tomlin, who passes it to Stephanie Brown, but the pass is deflected. And Hornets get the ball out of bounds. Another deflected pass, that time by number 12, Vanessa Enley. And fast break dribble down the court by number 5, Joel Ulrich, who gets 2 points off the fast break. Amber Tomlin brings it up for the Hornets. She passes to an open Amber Tomlin just as defender Bailey Rhodes goes for the breakaway layup. Turks will have the ball out of bounds. The ball is passed into Lauren Hartman, deflected by Amber Tomlin, and given back to Lauren Hartman, who gets her own rebound and puts it in. So the Hornets will bring it back up the court. And the Turks looking very aggressive on defense as of now. And a replay pass by Stephanie Brown gives Maddie Sims the wide open shot for her 2 points. Joel Ulrich will bring the ball back out for Tremont, and she passes to number 12, Vanessa Enley. And the three-pointer is taken by number 22, Stephanie Williams. And so Turks make 2 points. Main reason of their persistence down at their end of the court is offensive rebounds, as we saw 3 or 4 in that one play alone. And we've seen that a couple times. Amber Tomlin puts up a layup and misses, rebounded by number 31, Lauren Hartman. Joel Ulrich brings the ball up, and the ball is almost stolen by Stephanie Brown, but it goes out of bounds before. So Lauren Hartman will pass it into Joel Ulrich, who's taking her time looking for a good pass. And Lauren Hartman drives the lane, but the ball is stolen by Maddie Sims and rolls out of bounds for a Tremont ball under their own hoop. So about 2 minutes have passed in this quarter, and Tremont has scored 7 points, while Heyworth has scored 3. So you can see Tremont going back at it. Maddie Sims looked like she was fouled. She was by number 23, Bailey Rhodes. So the Hornets will have the ball out of bounds on Tremont's end of the court. So Amber Tomlin brings the ball up the court. So Hornets working along the arc. Maddie Sims drives baseline and gets another 2 points. She's been pretty effective from the baseline shooting thus far in the third quarter. So Vanessa Enley puts down a three-pointer for the Turks to pull them within 2, smashing the 7-point lead at half of the Hornets down to just 2 points. So Joel Ulrich brings the ball up and lobs to Lauren Hartman, and Summer Marlette gets the block, and Stephanie Brown just gets a steal. She's going for a layup, going for a foul. No foul, but she makes the layup anyway. So the lead is back up to 4. So that looked like it should have been a charge, because it looked like Lauren Hartman put her elbow or her shoulder into defender Stephanie Brown, but no call was made. So Hornets bring it back up to the court. Amber Tomlin finds Summer in the corner. Ball is so it's a question of whose ball it is, and the possession goes to Tremont after the loose ball was dived after a couple times and eventually knocked out of bounds. So number 12, Vanessa Enley, takes it along the arc, and the ball is turned over off a pass to the inside. And passed by Amber Tomlin to Sagan Snow. Get some Tremont hands on it. So there will be a jump ball and Tremont ball under the Hornets hoop. Full court press is in for the Hornets, but is easily taken down, and center Lauren Hartman puts in a three to pull them ahead by one. So Stephanie Brown has possession in the top corner, and Summer Marlette responds with her own three to bring the Hornets back up by two. So Joel Ulrich brings the ball back up the court. A spin move to get the ball back into Lauren Hartman. Nice drive to the lane. The ball is blocked by Sagan Snow, but an offensive rebound by Tremont gets an open two-pointer to tie the game for Tremont's number 22, Stephanie Williams. Stephanie Brown passes to Maddie Sims, who finds an opening and shoots, gets her own, well, tries to get her own rebound, but the ball is knocked out of bounds in the process. The game is tied 38-38 with about 3 minutes left in the third quarter. It's quite a big turnaround from the 29-21 ending at halftime, or 28-21. So Joel Ulrich speeds right by the Hornets defense and gives the ball to number 23 for the Turks. She gets her own rebound off her missed shot. Joel Ulrich, number 5 for the Turks, drives the lane and gets fouled and will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. She was fouled by number 14 for the Hornets, being Sagan Snow. That's her first foul. Joel Ulrich makes her first shot, giving Tremont a 39-38 lead. And makes her second one to extend the lead to 2. So Amber Tomlin for the Hornets brings the ball back up the court again, and this time is trapped, but gets an outlet pass to Maddie Sims for a layup, which is missed. She gets her own rebound, which gives the Hornets another chance to go to the hoop. The Hornets working along the arc. And Stephanie Brown takes a shot, missed, but rebounded by Amber Tomlin. And a foul by number 11, Abby Stroller. A blocking foul. So the Hornets will have the ball on their end of the court. Amber Tomlin grabs the ball off Summer Marlette's inbound. Maddie Sims working on the arc. And Summer Marlette makes a pass right into the middle, which is intercepted by 31, Lauren Hartman for the Turks. And she will drive the lane. A nice little underhand layup to extend the Turk lead to 4. And another steal by Lauren Hartman. You would think she would dunk it. And she double dribbled. I think I saw that. She picked up the ball a little bit. And you can obviously she didn't like the call. And a timeout by Heyworth's coach, Mr. Griffin, or Coach Griffin, after, which is understandable because They're losing by 4 after they had a 7-point halftime lead. So that's 11 made-up points in one quarter. So it'll be Hornet ball after the timeout under Tremont's hoop. I don't think there was any substitutions made during that timeout for the Hornets, and I think it's the same lineup for the Turks as well. So Stephanie Brown will be inbounding to Amber Tomlin. So Hornets bring the ball up the court. The ball is given to Stephanie Brown, who cross-court passes to Summer Marlette. Ball is deflected put up by Stephanie Brown for 2 to decrease the deficit to only 2. Ball is stolen by Amber Tomlin. And a nice under the hoop back pass to Stephanie Brown, who takes it up and gets fouled by, looks like number 23. Or it would either be 23 or 31. Looks like it was actually on number 11, Abby Stoller, while Stephanie Brown misses her first free throw. So she makes her second one though, pulling the Hornet deficit to only 1. So the full court press or pressure by the Hornets is easily taken out by the Turks, and Amber Tomlin trying to fight 3 to get the ball up court, and she does. Maddie Simmons drives the lane and puts a nice little floater up, but misses. And number 23 for the Turks, Bailey Rhodes, was working those elbows under the hoop. Some Hornet fans sounded unhappy after that, but Joel Ulrich gets the ball and hits it out of bounds. Couldn't really tell from here what the Hornet fans were upset about. But it looks like there's a substitution for number 5, Joel Ulrich, and number 31, Lauren Hartman. So Renee Hartman is in the game, and also number 12, Vanessa Enley. So the Hornets still within 1. Summer works the ball along the baseline. She looked to be fouled, but no call was made, and it was just off the rebound to hit off Summer's hands and went out of bounds. So Hornets taking up in another pressure situation for full court opportunity, and another substitution is made. So Joel Ulrich came in, as well as Chastity Hayes for the Hornets, and as well as Lauren Hartman for the Turks. You can watch the Turks' usual go-to ball handler would be Joel Ulrich, and the ball is deflected, and so you saw quite a bit of a turn of events in that quarter as well, as the Turks take a 3-point advantage. So at the end of the third quarter, the Turks lead 44-41. So with just 8 minutes left, the Hornets have to make up 3 points, and potentially to take the win, they need 4, or to send this game into overtime, which is 3. So I didn't see any players for the Hornets team check in, so it looks like the usual 5, excluding Sagan Snow, for Maddie Sims. In for her would be Chassie Hayes. And the Hornets get the ball at the beginning of the fourth quarter as well. The ball is inbounded to Amber Tomlin and quickly given back to Summer Marlette, who finds Amber Tomlin, who then finds Sagan Snow. But the ball is stolen by Tremont, and another three by Lauren Hartman is just off. And a foul by the Hornets, Sagan Snow, on Tremont's 12, Vanessa Enley, will give her the 2 points for the layup and an extra possible 1 point for the foul. She makes a free throw to extend the Turk lead to 6. The game is by far not over because we have seen both teams come back from as big of a deficit as 11 or 10. And Amber Tomlin gets the offensive rebound under the basket. And Stephanie Brown finds Summer Marlette on the inside. And Chassie Hayes ends up with 2 points to bring the lead down to 4. Lauren Hartman puts up another jump shot, but misses. Sagan Snow with the rebound, outlets it to Stephanie Brown, who finds Summer with a 3-point fake. And she drives baseline and is fouled, it looks like, by number 5, Joel Ulrich. Maddie Sims would be coming back into the game for Sagan Snow. So the Hornets have the ball into their own hoop. Ball is inbounded to Chassie Hayes, but stolen by number 23, Bailey Rhodes. So they find number 31, Lauren Holtman. And another three-pointer for Stephanie Williams increases the lead to 7. Maddie Sims in the corner passes it in to Chassie Hayes, who finds Stephanie Brown for a missed layup. And Amber Tomlin open for a 3 off the rim. And defensive rebound by number 5, Joel Ulrich, who almost found breaking 23, Bailey Rhodes, but the pass was overthrown. Joel Ulrich will come out of the game for Tremont's number 11, Abby Stroller. And the Hornets bring the ball up the court. Summer takes an open 3 off the front of the rim again. And Abby Stroller fights herself into a corner, but is able to revive the Turks with an outlet pass to number 12. So the Turks find another open man or open girl, I guess, on the 3-point line, who shoots a 3, gets her rebound, and shoots another 2. Misses both of them. Stephanie Williams. Amber Tomlin takes a layup. Misses. The rebound by Chassie Hayes. Pulls the Hornets within 5 again. And Tremont will bring it up to court. They found Lauren Holtman many times, and Maddie Sims was ready for that. And she gets the steal. And Maddie Sims open along the 3-point line. Decides to hold it in. And Stephanie Brown is now open. She also decides to hold it. And Summer finds open Amber Tomlin, who is blocked by Lauren Holtman. And the Tremont Turks get the ball off that. Number 12 for the Turks finds number 22 in the corner for another made shot. That one just a 2. And the Hornets, Coach Griffin, not very happy with the turning of events, leading to a Turks 7-point lead over the Hornets. Hopefully he can say something in the timeout to motivate the Hornets to make up those 7 points with just about 5 minutes left in the game. So, Hornets, you saw, were down by 3. at the end of the third quarter, I think, and now they're down by 7. So they desperately need to take a change. And so in for Stephanie Brown of the Hornets is Riley Ryburn, number 12. We saw her on JV do quite a bit of damage with her good shooting skills and ball handling. The Hornets bring the ball down the court. They find Summer Marlette open for a nice turnaround jump shot, and she makes it, pulling the Hornets within 5 again. That was a good start, but they need to keep it up. So the ball is dead, but is outletted to number 31, Lauren Hartman. And number 12 is assisted by Lauren Hartman and gets 2 points. That would be Vanessa Enley. Riley Ryburn, working along the inside, finds open Amber Tomlin, who misses her shot, but fortunately Chassie Hayes is able to get the rebound and put it in for 2, keeping the lead to just 5. And Chassie Hayes deflects the ball to pass inside to Bailey Rhodes, number 23 for the Turks. And it's white ball, so the Hornets will take the ball under Tremont's hoop. During that pause in time, Joel Ulrich came back into the game. And Maddie Sims takes a 3, misses, rebounded by number 22, Stephanie Williams. We've seen her very effective along the 3-point line, just inside. So, while Joel Ulrich drives the lane, is fouled by, it looks like, number 12 for the Hornets, which would be Riley Ryburn. Yeah. The Turks will take the ball under their hoop to after the out of bound, or the foul. Number 22 is now being guarded, so that's good. So you can hear the Hornets kind of mad about Joel Ulrich making it in so many times, but that offensive rebound by Amber Tomlin gives the Hornets another chance after a missed shot by, I think, Summer Marlette. So Maddie Sims has the ball on the 3-point line, finds Chassie Hayes, and she puts it up to get fouled by, it looked like, number 22, Stephanie Williams. And it was. She has 2 fouls on her, and we saw Chassie Hayes make 3 free throws in JV, so 3 out of 3, so she makes her first one. So I guess she would be 4 for 4 on the day if you counted 2 games in a row. In that, the Hornets, number 23, Stephanie Brown, came in for Summer Marlette, who has contributed very well to the Hornets during this game. Looks like she needs a little breather. And Joel Ulrich will be working the ball. And it's blocked by Maddie Sims, so Lauren Hartman, who has been dominating the inside of the court for this game. And so a turnover by the Hornets leads to Tremont getting the ball again with just 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Joel Ulrich finds number 12, Vanessa Enley, who dribbles around the arc and finds Stephanie Williams, who misses a layup with a defensive rebound by Amber Tomlin, who finds breaking Stephanie Brown, who decides to take the jump shot. Looked like she would be fouled, but wasn't. And the Tremont coach calls a timeout, probably to try to take a little advantage of the timeouts left and the lack of points ahead that the Hornets are at this point, or that the Turks are at this point, from a 7-point lead at the beginning of the fourth to a 3-point lead with 2 minutes left in the fourth. So you see Hornets fans trying to hype up the Hornets with Nice cheer in the stands. So the ball is inbounded to Joel Ulrich after the timeout. And she takes a dangerous pass on the inside. So Hornets fans very upset. I saw the foul. It looked like it was on. Well, so I guess they were calling it on Amber Tallman. She had all ball on that. I would have called it on Chassie Hayes. So it looked like she might have made a little contact in that. So Joel Ulrich makes a risky pass, which leads to a Stephanie Brown take. And she gets her own rebound after a missed layup and puts it up and gets fouled. So she will have two chances to put the Hornets close there. Joel Ulrich comes out again for Hornets Turks number 11, Abby Stroller. So Stephanie Brown could decrease the deficit to just one with these two free throws. So a controversial call looks like on the play. It looks like the referees were discussing it, but it's just they wanted to know.
I don't think they knew who fouled.
Yeah, they didn't know who fouled. And so Joel Rich will be back into the game. I guess they thought she was in like foul trouble or maybe something. And Stephanie Brown makes her first free throw, so scores 54-52. I think this is the highest scoring girls basketball game I've seen this year. It's been a very back and forth game, and Stephanie Brown puts the game back within just one. This game has been like a roller coaster. One team takes the lead, and then the other fights for the lead, and then it eventually leads to them taking a big lead too. Turks giving it to Lauren Holtman, who's made 2 threes on the day as a center, and Joel Ulrich dribbling it around the arc. They eventually find Lauren Hartman again, and she's driving on the side. I think the Turks' battle plan would be, and yeah, they're just trying to hold the time, and I don't know why they didn't do it sooner, but the Hornets finally decide to foul with 43.4 seconds. And the ball will go out of bounds because they're not yet in bonus. So inbounding it for the Turks will be number 22, Stephanie Williams. They have to find an open player. And so Amber Tomlin got a nice steal in there, but apparently the referee saw some need to call a foul. I didn't see it, but the Turks have the ball and they're passing around. Eventually Maddie Sims takes the initiative to take a foul, or give a foul. So the Hornets are just down by 1, so this is one-shot game. Lauren Hartman, I don't think has been very successful from the free throw line as of late in this game. And she makes her first one though, giving the Turks a 2-point advantage with just 30 seconds left. So it's a 3-point advantage right now. Hornets just need to find a way And Maddie Sims finds a way to make it inside and get to put the game with just 1 second with 21 seconds left in the game. Or 1 point with 21 seconds left in the game. So you can expect the Turks to try to hold the ball as long as they can to run down the time. I'd expect that the Hornets would also come out and try to foul as soon to get the interest in time down. So that timeout was by the Hornets, obviously trying to slow down the pace of things and set up some defensive strategy. And Lauren Hartman takes the ball on the inside, and she's pushing her way in. And the ball is trapped in the corner with 8 seconds left. A smart idea to foul at that point. Number 23 for So it's 1-1 for number 23 for the Turks. Her first free throw is no good. Rebounded by Lauren Hartman. They have to get it in. Summer puts up a... Oh. So Summer put up a half-court shot right off the backboard and rim. Wasn't able to put it in, and the game ends at 58-55 with the Turks winning a close one. So that is all for tonight. I'm Grant Martins, signing off for the Hive.